us on the Facebook pages of the Ministry of Information and the Information Services Department. Having been welcomed, it is my singular honor to invite here Honorable Dan Kwekubotre, Minister for Regional Reorganization and Development, to present to us the many achievements he's showed in the ministry. And please note, Honorables, that you have within 15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, to make your presentations. Please welcome him with a very big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Ministers, Chief Directors, Coordinating Directors, staff of Information Ministry, Information Service Department, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here this morning and to take our time. And let me congratulate the Minister of Information, the hardworking minister and his team for this platform that gives the opportunity for Ghanaians to follow the achievements of government. The Ministry for Regional Reorganization and Development is one of the new ministries created by His Excellency the President. And because we engage Ghanaians throughout the process, I'm sure many of us have followed the process we went through in tackling this assignment, which was under the direct supervision of His Excellency the President himself. You will agree with me that unlike other ministries where you always can look through files of what previous ministers or staff have done and have achieved, this was a new ministry. This business of politics and governance is to pursue policies and programs that will go to satisfy the aspirations of the people. That's the mandate of anybody who wants to govern a country. And in the 2016 manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, you go to page 67, Mr. President stated that following the relevant constitutional procedures, the NPP proposes to create a Western North region out of the existing Western region in order to open it up for accelerated development. After this pronouncement, because many other sections of the society had wanted to have these new regions created for them, they also made representations to Mr. President. And you know, many of these regions, when you went to Volta region, the section that was, at that time, they described themselves as northern part of Volta region. When you went to northern region, they said that we are about 1/3 of the size of Ghana. And for effective monitoring and supervision and for accelerated development, we will need new regions. We came to Bron, Ahafo, as it was called then. These representations were made. It's also interesting to note that unlike other things that politicians say on platforms and they don't find expression in their manifestos, this particular demand also found expression in pages 72 to 73 of the NDC manifesto. And let me quote, the NDC will set up a commission of inquiry to look into the creation of new regions with the intention to increase the number of regions to 15. So the demand for the creation of new regions is something that both parties found it necessary to give expression in their manifestos. I'm sure the sector goal is the mandate of our ministry, the historical antecedents, And Mr. President, in inaugurating the ministry and the other interactions he had with the chiefs and people, he stated that throughout his campaign, 2008, 2012, but by 2016, it became clear that this is something that was very, very, very deep-seated, and people really wanted it. And as you traversed through the country, and you saw that there was a need to have equitable distribution of the nation's resources. And if later on we have chance to read the Commission of Inquiry report, which we will come to, and the justification for the creation of new regions, so that resources of the country will be equitably distributed. And Mr. President said that this provides opportunity for all to have expression in several forms, and that the reorganization will come closer to the people. And in all the 6 petitions that were presented, Mr. President, 2 main things to that. Government should be closer to the people, and secondly, there should be accelerated development. But it's interesting to note, honorable ministers, and gentlemen, that this demand had been made so many years. The people in Oti and the president of the Regional House of Chiefs have made it several. That in 1954, the then people in the Karachi Buem area made a representation to the Queen of England that they wanted a new region in 1954. This was after they had demanded that they are moved from the northern section of the British Togoland in May 1949. That was the first plebiscite that was conducted in Gold Coast, before they were moved from the northern section of British Togoland to the southern section. And then they demanded a new region as far back as 54, even before independence. And in their petition to Mr. President, they titled it the 5th petition. And one needs to read what they sent to all presidents. I read the one they sent to Prime Minister Buzia, the one they have sent to all other presidents before President Akufo-Addo. So you see, when we talk of executive courage, a bold and visionary leader, that is what it is. When we try to talk to other senior public servants, in order to come to have an idea of how to go about this exercise, it became abundantly clear that various governments made an attempt to reorganize their regions. But somewhere along the line, they shelved it. Because there was this whole fear that it will create ethnic tensions, it will bring division into the country, and it was all shelved. A call for a bold and decisive leader in the person of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to take this rather emotive but very important national assignment. It's also important to note, Mr. Minister for Information, that in the 1969 Constitution, under the territories of Ghana, it shows clearly how new regions can be created, and also how they can be measure of regions in 1969 Constitution. In 1979 Constitution too, the same expression was made. Then we have the 1992 Constitution. So this is something that had been in the constitutions in 1969, 1979, and 1992. Maybe I want to quote what is stated in 1992, as you see that the sovereign state of Ghana is a unitary republic consisting of those territories comprised in the regions which immediately before the coming into force of this constitution existed in Ghana, including the territorial sea and the airspace. This, in a way, answers some of those, the demand of some people who wanted to create a new region out of what they call Western Togoland. That by Article 4.1, there's nothing like that. The sovereign state as existed before the coming to force of the constitution is what Ghana is, and nobody therefore can do that. But the constitution in Article 5.1 says that, subject to the provisions of this article, the president may, by constitutional instrument, create a new region, alter the boundaries of a region, or provide for the merger of 2 or more regions. But then Article 5.2 also says that if the president doesn't do it, but he receives petition from the citizens or from the people, that one too can be triggered, and that can be done. But then many Ghanaians follow the processes, the constitution laid a clear procedure. It's not as if because the president decides he can do it the way he likes. Both in 69, 1979, and 1992 constitutions laid out clearly what has to be done. And in Article 5 says, for example, when after an issue referred for determination by referendum under clause 4 and 5 of Article 5 shall not be taken to be determined by the referendum unless at least 50% of the persons entitled to vote cast their votes at the referendum, and of the votes cast, at least 80% were cast in favor of that. So it means that the people had to be involved. The fact that people have asked for the region does not mean that the whole part of the country or that area of Ghana will want to have that region. So our mandate in this delicate exercise was to get the people led by the chiefs and other institutions involved in the whole process. So you see that we had meetings with the House of Chiefs, Western Region, Brong, Ahafa at that time, Volta. We met the overlords of Dabon, Mamprugu, and Gonja traditional areas. We had meeting with the National House of Chiefs. We had meeting with the Council of State. We had meeting with members of parliament, especially for those areas that had petitioned. And then we also had sensitization workshops with heads of departments, regional community council, and I must say that National Peace Council, and we thanked the Information Service Department, Mr. Minister, very, very much. Information Service Department was with the Ministry for Regional Reorganization and Development in all the sensitization processes that we had. They were very, very supportive, and they gave the opportunity for us to do this work. So, as directed by the Constitution, it was important that Mr. President set up a commission of inquiry, which he did under the able leadership of Justice Brobe. They had 33 consecutive meetings, and had 41 public hearings. And in all these hearings, they were coordinated and heavily supported by the Information Service Department under the direction of the Ministry of Information. So this was done, and I'm sure many Ghanaians followed the process. The results, as you all know, that the simple question was put, and the Constitution has set a threshold, 50% voter turnout, and then at least 80%. And as you can see, people really wanted to have their voting. It was not imposed on them. 90%, 85%, 80%, the minimum was 77% turnout. And as you can see, the results for years was 99, 99, 98, 99, 99%. The people wanted their region. It had been deep-seated. They needed a courageous leader to help them achieve their dream. And that's what I said earlier on. Governance is all about satisfying the aspirations of the people. This was done under the able leadership of President Amadu Bankwa Akufo. So as soon as that was done, you will say the regional reorganization had taken place, and it was done on 27th December. The referendum took place immediately. Whilst we were still in the holiday period, Mr. President summoned us, and on the 4th of January, he set up a high-powered interministerial committee. The composition is as follows. The Minister for Regional Reorganization and Development was the chairperson. The Minister for Planning, Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Minister for Finance, Minister for National Security, Presidential Advisor Dr. Kwame Amakutufo, and Mr. Kwabena was appointed as Secretary. Mr. President said that to maintain the momentum and to ensure smooth operations of the new regions, he set up this high-powered interministerial committee. But even before that, that's before the regions were formally issued with their constitutional instruments, and as you can see, pursuant to Article 5(8) of the Constitution, Mr. President issued on 8 February 2019 the CIs giving effect to the results of the referendum for the creation of the new regions, and publicly presented the CIs to the delegations and chiefs from the regions, as you can see. Then the turning issue of how to manage the acceptance of the regional capitals after a lot of consultations, the regional capitals and everything was announced. And so now, when I was writing my common entrance, I had a different map of Ghana. Later on, in 1982, Greater Accra was added. In 1983, Upper West region was created. So we have 10 regions in Ghana. But now, this is the new map of Ghana showing the 16 regions. And this has been achieved under the leadership of the president. So the reorganization has been done in the name of the Ministry of Regional Reorganization and Development. We all know that we're to ensure improved access to public services, rapid socio-economic development, bringing government closer to the citizenry, and the realization of the 1992 Constitution benefits to the regions. The ministry initiated many programs, and this was done in consultation with the new regional administration. I need not say that the new regional ministers were appointed, deputies were appointed, even though the former inauguration of the House of Chiefs had not been done. The chiefs in that enclave knew that they were going to be constitute themselves into the regional House of Chiefs. And I may even want to add that had been done. New regional House of Chiefs have been inaugurated by Mr. President, and as the Constitution states, each regional House of Chiefs will have representation of 5 chiefs to the National House of Chiefs. 5 chiefs to the National House of Chiefs. So new regional House of Chiefs have been inaugurated, 5 chiefs have been selected and sent to the National House of Chiefs. And as you will have been informed already, you might have followed, the National House of Chiefs had their election, I think, a week or 2 ago. And interestingly, the new president of the National House of Chiefs is one of the chiefs from the new regions, Western North region, Ojahoho Yajib. And to support government in achieving the development agenda, the stated one that they demanded, the chiefs graciously have located lands for the development of infrastructure in Ahafo, as you see, over 200 acres. Bono East, 200 acres, up to Western North, 473 acres. Mr. President directed that he wants us to have proper development that conform to new standards. And so the Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority, LUSPA, were tasked to prepare local plans in respect of lands allocated for the construction of the 6 new regional connecting and existing blocks, bungalows, and other future developments. And as you can see, that in each of these regions, the land use, the LUSA have really demarcated these regions. So we have a place for the offices, we have places for the new residency, presidential suite where the president's accommodation will be, where the regional ministers' bungalows and other offices. So any government agency who now moves to these new regional capitals, you have well-planned areas for you to go and put up your building. And land is also available for all other people, and I'm sure the new RCCs are prepared to even support other private people, because land has been made available and has been well structured for the quick development of these new regions. Mr. President directed that new regional community councils should be built, and it should be of interest to know whether, I don't know whether they can show that this edifice is an envy of the 10 old regions. You're going to have very new, nice building. This is the 3-story RCC administration block for all the 6 regions. I'm sure when the ministers take their turn, they will show the state of development in these regions. Apart from this, it was decided that 4 regional directorates should also be built, and that is also being built. And the innovation was this: not all the regional directorates are going to be situated in the regional capital. So if you take Northeast region, for example, you have the regional directorate of education in Wale Wale. You have the regional directorate of agriculture in Yagaba, Kobore. You have the directorate for feeder roads in Bumbrugu. And agriculture is also cited somewhere else. And all these buildings, as you can see, these are some of the buildings for the regional directories and bungalows that go with it, in such a way that it will deepen what the people themselves demanded, that they wanted government to be closer to the people. So this has been done, and this is just to take off so that they can function. The Ministry for the Local Government Service was also tasked that because new regional administrations going to be created, there will be a need to employ, and financial clients were given to them. And so one of the advantages of this creation of the new regions is the creation of employment. Apart from the employment generated by the construction of these infrastructure, you have also over 2,000 people were employed in order to fill in the positions that will be created by the creation of these new regions. I've mentioned the creation of the new House of Chiefs, and later on they may show you the new regional House of Chiefs structure for all the 6 new regions. A 350 sister hall and other offices for the chiefs and people in the new regional houses. In the 2020 budget, the president gave approval for the construction of new regional police command. They have also had to put up new government bungalows in all this. That is also found expression. This is what the promise is, have been approved in the 2020 budget. But it's also important to state that because of this creation of these new regions, in each new regional administration, you have 2 representatives by the National Constitution of the National House of Chiefs who are going to be there. We are going to have representation of Regional Police Committee, Regional Prisons Committee, Regional Lands Commission. So when you talk about deepening of the decentralization, all these people who normally will have had only one representation at one regional office are going to have this representation in the 6 new regions. They will have a representation too at the National Development Planning Commission, and also very soon next year they are going to elect somebody into the National House of Chiefs. So the important issue is people demanded to have new regions. It is their belief, and it's also very true, that it will bring government closer to the people. It will lay the foundation for accelerated development. They had wanted this for a long time, and this has been done. And as I said, government is to pursue policy and programs that will satisfy the aspirations of the people. We can boldly say that through the courageous leadership of Mr. President, what was the deep-seated aspirations of the sections of our country has been achieved. The basis for accelerated development has now been laid, and I'm sure when the ministers present their presentation, it will be clear to you that we are on the right path. We are satisfying the people's demands, and that's what governance is all about. And I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Please give him another round of applause. With this gateway to the newly created ministries, I'll invite, after him, Honorable Kingsley Abuaji Jedu from the Western North region. Please welcome Honorable with a round of applause. And he also has 20 minutes to make his presentation.
Thank you very much, MC. And I want to stand on the existing protocols, at least to save time. A very good morning to my colleague ministers and all ye present. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. And indeed, it's a privilege to be part of this historic program, that the Nation Building Updates. It is aimed at showcasing what His Excellency the President is doing in the newly created regions, of which Western North is one. Indeed, a lot is happening, and by way of introduction, Western North region is made up of 9 municipal and district assemblies. There are several also Bibiani and so Bekwai, Awimi Swaman municipalities, Yaboso, Bodi, Swaman, Bia West, Bia East district assemblies. I don't want to bore you with the details of the land use, land size and all those. The Western North, in terms of security, is relatively peaceful, and the prevailing conditions allow people to undertake their normal daily activities without fear of favor or intimidation. The RESEC holds its monthly meetings to assess the Regional Coordinating Council, as has been said, was set up by the Local Governance Act 9. In 2019, when we started, because we were new, we had to temporarily relocate the district chief executive for a few months before we could get an office. And if you look on the board, I believe you see the office, temporary office that the Western North region is occupying at the moment. We are hoping and praying that in the next few months, I'm told by the end of January, we should finish a permanent building, which is being shown now. In fact, the progress of work has even gone beyond this, but this was taken about a month ago when the president was visiting. We believe that we will be the first RCC to move to our new office. Yes. So the front elevation is there. This is the back view of the RCC. And the next page, we have the 3 senior staff bungalows, all under construction in the land allocated to us by the prominent chief of our region, Katachi Kwesibu Mangama, the paramount chief of Sahiri also. And it doesn't stop there. We also have other departments, as mentioned by the minister who spoke just before me. We have all of them. That is education. And like he said, if you come to our region, they were allocated or sited in different parts of the region so as to ensure that at least no matter where you are, you don't travel too far to enjoy the service of the state. We have existing departments of the region as Department for Social Protection, Land Use and Special Planning Authority, Public Works Department, National Board for Small Scale Industries, Registry of Births and Deaths, Controller and Accountant General's Department, Department of Feeder Roads, Department of Urban Roads, Department of Agriculture, National Sports Authority, Ghana Education Service, Ghana Health Service, Department of Children and Statistical Service, all functioning in the newly created Western North region. Other institutions we have in the region are Regional Information Service Department, Ghana National Fire Service, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Police Service, Forestry Commission, Center for National Culture, Ghana Revenue Authority, National Commission for Civic Education, Economic and Organized Crime Office, National Health Insurance, Labor Department, Rent Control Department, NADMO, Office of the Regional BNI, Regional Electoral Commission, Ghana Highways Authority, Office of the Regional House of Chiefs, and others. Others. We have other logistics that have been provided by the government to facilitate daily work. But for me, the most important part is the regional departmental offices that I showed. After showing the RCC, we have the Health Directorate under construction at Seribudi. I believe the picture to be shown. That is this was also taken quite some time ago. It's located at Bodi, for those who are familiar with my region. It comes with two senior staff bungalows for the director and his or her deputy. We also have the regional agric office under construction at Sevigaboso, and that is also being shown there. And it comes with two senior staff bungalows, which I believe was submitted. I'm talking about the picture. We also have the regional feeder roads under construction at Enchi, and that is what is on the projector now. It comes with two senior staff bungalows. Then we also have the regional education office at BBNE, which is also being shown. It comes as usual with two senior staff bungalows, one of which is being shown now. We have statutory committees of the RCC also functioning. We have the Regional Coordinating Council itself. We have the Regional Planning and Coordinating Unit, Regional Disaster Management Committee. We have the Regional Tender Committee, Regional Tender Review Committee, Regional Budget Committee, Regional Police Committee, Regional Special Planning Committee. We have the Regional Fire Service Committee, Regional Audit Committee, Regional AIDS Committee, Regional Population Advisory Committee, Regional Peace Council, all of them functioning in Western North. Services of these institutions and committees, which hitherto used to be accessed from Takoradi, and anybody who is familiar with the terrain of Western region then and now Western North and Western region can appreciate what we are talking about. It used to take a whole day to travel from Adabokrum, the Bia East district of now Western North region, to get to the Sekendi Takoradi, which was our regional capital. So it means that if you had a meeting at the regional capital, you needed 3 days to do one meeting. Travel for the first day, do the meeting on the second day, and then use the third day to travel. Now that we are at Rio, so coming to a meeting takes not more than 3 hours. It saves all of us time, and it saves the state money in terms of fuel and maintenance and everything. So indeed, the region is doing marvelous work for us. Thanks be to His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. In terms of developmental projects, one of the main causes for me as to why the chiefs and the people of Western North, then Western region, agitated for the creation of the new region was the nature of our roads. some of us could not understand why an area which is so endowed with so much natural resources, including cocoa, bauxite, gold, and everything, could not boast of so much good roads. If the records have it that out of the 3,734 kilometers of roads in this area, only 710 are paved, and leaving about 2,553.5 kilometers of road only graveled, and some of them, we call them graveled, but indeed they were not passable. Now, under the new administration, with the creation, we have so many of these roads, and I will confidently say that almost all the major roads in the Western North are under construction. We have upgrading of selected roads in Jaboso district, about 14.3 kilometers. That is under urban roads. We have rehabilitation of Awaso town roads, 5 kilometers. We have upgrading of Sehuyoso, Amafie, Bosomoinso, and Adiemra town roads, about 28.4 kilometers, as you see in the pictures, under construction. We are doing rehabilitation of Ibieni town roads, which is also being shown. We have, when you come to the highways, which for me is the most important, we have construction of age-old Benchima Kwanta Ajuefua Road. This 38-kilometer road, I don't know whether to say suffered or enjoyed two different sword-cutting events in the past. Under the previous administration, we had two different sections, one under the late former president, His Excellency Professor Mills, cutting one sword back in 2011. The road was not done. Then in 2013, thereabout, another sword cutting was done by the former president, who is now the candidate for NDC, His Excellency John Mahama, and yet the road was not done. As we speak now, with the demands of the chiefs and the people of the area, that this time around, and I'm not too proud to say this, they don't want black contractors to be working on it, because in the past, it is our own brothers who deceived us. The president, His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, has ensured that the road is now being constructed by Amandi, one of the top international contractors in Ghana. And when you go there, you see that indeed the road is being done and being done well. It is being followed by Enche, or another, for me, key road that is being done is Enche Elubu Road, 72 kilometers. And sometimes I feel like, wow, but for His Excellency President Adudanko Akufo-Addo, it will be difficult to get this road done. I have never seen a road in that bad shape as Enche Elubu Road. To the extent that recently when I paid a visit, it will almost drown my Nissan Patrol vehicle. That road is being constructed as we speak. We have a Kontomra Sehuyoso Highway, 67 kilometers. We have upgrading of Ajuefua Osekojo Road, 25 kilometers. Upgrading of a Kontomra to Bodi, 10.3 kilometers. Upgrading of Jaboso Dadiesu Road. Upgrading of Sui, Bodi, Nkatiesu, Nyamedi, Sehibekwai, Diasu Road, 54 kilometers. We have a Kontomra Asisieso, another 17.66. We have Kujina, Echebo, Akoti. This might not be on the board. We have Kujina, Echebo, Akoti Road, 24 kilometers. Upgrading of Isem, Debiso Town Road, 16.8 kilometers. Pataboson, Kwanta, Chirano, Dominable number 2, Abudiapo, through Chine to Henampoli in Gideon, 28 kilometers, also under construction. We have spot improvement of 179.7 kilometers of feeder roads, upgrading of 114.28 kilometers length of feeder roads, including Junase, Nzunzia, Angro, Kwabnakwa, 25 kilometer road. Anybody who is familiar with the road is of historical like a taboo. It is synonymous with lackadaisical attitude towards doing something. So for the people, for the sake of my people listening to me, in Zunzia Katin, in well, anytime you mention in Zunzia roads, they say, oh, we are on it, we will finish very soon. Since the creation of this earth, it has never been completed. I believe that under His Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, this particular road will see the light of day. When you come to health facilities, when His Excellency the President visited, he had the opportunity to commission zipline, one center at Sehiwi also, which is among the 4 in the whole country. And I can tell you it's doing wonders for us. Because in spite of the bad nature of roads in my region, now we don't have to travel to a good facility to enjoy good health care. This facility is supporting every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the region. And what it does, it was opened on the 22nd of May 2020. And since then, it serves Western North, Western region, part of Western region, part of Central region, parts of Ahafo, and some part of Ashanti regions. The center currently serves about 187 health facilities. And what it does is that when you make a request, maximum 1 hour, you receive the request. You don't have to travel. So people who hitherto have to be referred from the small clinics to the district hospitals, and from district hospitals to in our place are made. Comfortably and under the best care that you can have to the nearest facility. When you come to yours, so we also have the National Health Insurance Office that is about to be completed. I think since then it has been roofed by now. So very soon we'll have a very functioning and modern facility for the health insurance in my region. The president, understand, is doing about 6 or 7 model senior high schools, and my region happened to benefit from one. It is located at Awaso, and I'm sorry, by the time we took these pictures, it was early days yet. Now we've gone very far. We are hoping that come January, we will open this facility to begin the next academic year. The people are very much appreciative. If you come to my backyard, that is Bibiani and Miaso Bekwai, we have Bibiani College of Health Sciences. We have 2 campuses, one at Bibiani and one at Amiaso. When His Excellency the Vice President visited about 2 weeks ago, he commissioned this particular ultra-modern administration and theater complex for use by the Bibiani College of Health Sciences. I think we can show the picture for them. No, this is the model senior. Yes, this is the Bibiani College of Health Sciences, Amiaso campus. The next slide, we have the street lighting at Sefi. We also township newly, for me, I call it up and coming new city of the Western North, also beautifully being displayed there. Government projects and programs. That is the flagship programs. We have the free senior high school, which is everywhere in the country. We also have one district, one factory, planting for food and jobs, planting for export and rural development, and then cocoa rehabilitation program. We have the NAPCO, we have youth in agriculture and afforestation, aquaculture for food and jobs, and all those. These are the statistics to show those beneficiaries or people who are benefiting under the free senior high school program. Because of time, I wouldn't want to go through every single one of them. Planting for food and jobs, these are the statistics, the seeds that have been distributed, fertilizers distributed, the people engaged in it or engaged by the program. We have about 25,112 farmers registered and benefiting from the planting for food and jobs in my region. These are some of the demonstration farms that you can have in the region. We have members of the RISE FBO interaction as the next slide. Planting for food and jobs, the outcome. We have, the program has helped farmers to acquire improved seeds and fertilizers to fertilizer products at a subsidized price. It has increased in crop yield as a result of improved seeds. It has increased crop yield. Increased crop yield leads to higher income for the farmers, and then easy accessibility of inputs, that is improved seeds and fertilizer products across the region. We have a well-developed rice pinnacles at a Safo irrigation scheme. We have the field directors of, these are pictures of directors touring some of the fields of the program. Because of time, I don't want to go through each one of them. If you go to the PED, that is the planting for export and rural development, these are the statistics per district, and the totals are there. We have the seed distribution and everything there. We will move on to the outcome. I think is also very obvious to all of us. For the sake of time, I wouldn't want to go through all those. Then we have a cocoa rehabilitation program. Arguably, Western North statistically produces about 40% of Ghana's total production of cocoa. And in the last few years, a lot of these cocoa farms have been attacked by CSSVD, that is cocoa virus shoot disease has actually affected the cocoa production. Government has come up with a very important, for me, one of the most important programs to support the farmers, under which program each farmer whose cocoa had to be cut down, government pays compensation of 1,000 per acre of cocoa farm to the farmer and also to the landlord. Then government takes the cost of labor, cost of seedlings and everything. They will cut down the old cocoa trees, do everything, and then after 2 years, the farm is handed over to the farmer. The government doesn't take any part of it. I think all these are the things that are helping the government in our region. We have the Akontomra rice farm as part under the one district, one factory. So do we have fish processing factory at Isim in the Bia West. I think my time is up. So to end my speech, I will thank the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for all these initiatives that are impacting positively on the lives of the people of Western North. And I'll end by saying that may the Lord bless our homeland Ghana and bless our president to see the next term of government so he can do more for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your presentation. Thank you so much. Please give him another round of applause. Thank you very much. Next in line, we have Honorable Kwesi Osu-Yeboah from the Utsi region. Please welcome Honorable with a very, very big round of applause. Thank you.
Honorable colleague, ministers of state, distinguished directors, regional coordinating directors, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is appropriate to introduce my region, the OT region, to the audience, so at least they can have a picture of what is going on. OT region, as you are no doubt aware and you have been told by the Honorable Minister for Regional Reorganization and Development, is one of the 6 new administrative regions in Ghana created in 2019 following successful referenda conducted in certain parts or areas in Ghana in December 2018. The OT Enclave, otherwise called North Volta, then forming part of the Volta region as previously constituted, was one such area where the citizens and residents, as registered voters, participated in a referendum which returned an overwhelming 98.64% yes vote. The constitutional instrument creating the OT region is CI 112 dated February 15, 2019. Now, we turn to the specific geographical location of the OT region. The OT region, which covers an area of about 11,070 square kilometers, lies between latitude 8.4 degrees north of the equator and longitude 0.25 degrees east of the Greenwich meridian. The region shares common boundary with the Northern and Savannah regions to the north, the Volta region as currently constituted to the south, the Republic of Togo to the east, and the Bono East region to the west, that is beyond the Volta Lake. About 25.05% of the land size of 11,070 square kilometers is covered by water, and that is the Volta Lake. And the said percentage of water body translates into 2,440.94 square kilometers of the said land size. As specified in CI 112 of 2019, the OT region is made up of 8 existing administrative districts, together with the so-called sub-area, consisting of the 4 traditional areas of Santro Kofi, Akpafo, Lolobi, and Likwe, which have just been constituted into a new district called Guan District. The said 8 existing administrative districts are as follows: Jaskan District with its capital at Jasikan, Biakuya District with its capital at Nkonya Ahinkuro, Kejebe District with its capital at Kejebe, Nkwanta South Municipality or District with its capital at Nkwanta, Nkwanta North District with its capital at Kasa, Krachi East District or Municipality with its capital at Dambai, Krachi West District with its capital at Krachi, and finally, Krachi Inchumro District with its capital at Chindiri. CI 112 of 2019 constitutes the town of Dambai, located in the Krachi East District Municipality, as the regional capital of the OT region. The total population of the OT region is 778,456. The male population is just slightly above 49%, and the female population that's about 50%. There is a grossly disproportionate over-concentration of the said population in the rural areas of the UT region relative to the urban areas. Indeed, it is estimated that the rural population is about 576,217, constituting 75% of the total population. In OT region, the major economic activity is agriculture, and agriculture constitutes about 80% of these activities. Food and cash crop farming is the principal agricultural activity, whilst inland lake fishing and commercial activities form barely 15% of the economic activities in the region. When we come to the ethnic composition of the OT region has become known as the Rainbow Region because of the rather high heterogeneous ethnic composition in the region. From its common boundary with the Volta region along Hohoi and Kwando districts to the south, there is a distinct and separate ethnic group with its autonomous traditional political setup and chiefdom for almost every 12 to 15 kilometers that one covers or travels. This situation is even typified by the case of the newly created Guan district. As stated earlier, the Guan district is made up of 4 separate, distinct traditional areas, each with its own dialect or language, autonomous traditional political authority, and cultural practices. From the South district, or what is now Guan district, one proceeds to areas such as Bouri traditional area, Buin projects, and the highways. We have the Jajikan Rural Road covering 17.6 kilometers being undertaken by city construction. Jajikan do the Pepesu Road covering 34 kilometers, forming part of the Sino Hydro facility. And the road is progressing, the construction is progressing steadily. In Kwantada Mai Road covering 56 kilometers, that one is also 52.14% complete. Then we have the Kwanta Utidamanko Road covering 62.6 kilometers, which has been undertaken by a Chinese company, 46% complete. Then you have 12-kilometer town roads in Dambai and many others. Dambai now is more or less a showcase for everybody. Those who went there about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, noticed that change as soon as they arrived in Dambai. The following road projects procurement have also been completed, and it is envisaged that work will commence either in December or January. Borai Junction Cheneri Road, covering 17 kilometers, Likpe Lolobi Central Kofi Road, covering 15 kilometers, and KJB Asato Aksukubi Road, covering 12 kilometers. We also have the following ongoing urban roads projects. The upgrading of selected town roads in Jaksikan covering 4.8 kilometers. Rehabilitation of selected town roads in Kwasa covering 6.3 kilometers. And the reconstruction of Krachi town roads covering 15 kilometers and been undertaken by the First Sky. This Krachi road project has been outstanding for several years. And the president, when he visited the OT region, went to Krachi to inspect work that was ongoing. We also have the Nkwanta Chilinga feeder road covering 13 kilometers, and that is also 65% complete. And then the upgrading of Pasa Mama Akura feeder road construction. Now for Feeder roads, these projects have been planned. Upgrading of the Pepesu, Dodo Amanfrom, Dodo Papasi feeder route, covering 14 kilometers. Upgrading of Tukurano, Scaly feeder routes, and the upgrading of Pakpare, Adembra feeder routes. Now we come to education, which actually is a very important area we will see from the policies of His Excellency the President that education is treated as the bedrock of development. And therefore, a lot of projects have gone on. We've listed them: completed projects, 6-unit classroom block and 500 capacity girls dormitory at Boemai Senior High School, 320 capacity boys dormitory at Akpafo Senior High School, 320 capacity girls dormitory, 6-unit classroom block and 20-seater toilet facility at Nkwanta Senior High School, 6-unit classroom block at KJB Asatu Senior High School, 6-unit classroom block at Pasa Senior High Technical School, 2,000 capacity dining hall, assembly hall complex at Pasa Senior High School. This project was commissioned by His Excellency the Vice President when he visited Uti region. 320 capacity girls dormitory at Uti Senior High School, 326 capacity girls dormitory at Eskoko Senior High School, an administration block at Introboman Senior High School, 3-bedroom bungalow for the Krachi East District Director of Education, 6-unit teachers' quarters in the Biakune District, and several others. Apart from this, there have been provision of other logistics. The country procured 100 buses for schools, and out of the 100, Uti alone was allocated 12. We also have 8 Nizam pickup vehicles supplied to all the district directors of education in the region. A Nizam pickup vehicle has also been supplied to the Free Senior High School coordinator of the region. Then a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado has been supplied to the OT Regional Directorate, Education Directorate, for use by the regional director. ICT centers have also been established in several places, including St. Peter, Clever, RC, JS, JHS, Kute, RC, JHS, Udumasi, and so on and so forth. And of course, in our fight against COVID-19, various forms of PPEs in large volumes and quantities were supplied to the citizens and residents of the region. Classroom furniture has also been supplied to Pasa Senior High School, to Nkwanta Senior High School, to KJB Asato Senior High School, and to Boewan Senior High School. We have dual desks also for basic schools which have been supplied. And then we have classroom furniture to several senior high schools and tertiary institutions in the OT region. The ongoing projects are as follows: the construction of 6-unit and 3-unit classroom blocks at Nkwanta Senior High School, construction and completion of students' hostel at Krachi Midwifery and Nursing Training College, that's the phase 2, ongoing rehabilitation of KJB District Library, ongoing construction of boys' dormitory at KJB Asato Senior High School, ongoing construction of 6-unit classroom block at Hamansu Islamic SHS in the KJB District, construction of a dining hall, assembly blocks, complex, and kitchen at Tapa Amanya. We have also the girls' dormitory at KJB Asato, and over 100 completed and ongoing construction of several basic, junior, and high school projects. When we come to the health sector, we have a female, male, and children's ward at KJB Health Center completed, Chief's compound with 2 semi-detached nurses' quarters at Nkonya Asachiri completed, 2 number 7 detached nurses' quarters at Comfort of Fidie Health Center at Nkonya, KJB completed, Chief's compound with semi-detached nurses' quarters at Buri, Udumasi completed, Chief's compound at Dadiasi completed, and then several other ongoing projects. In the health sector, the provision of logistics is as follows. As I've said already, 8 Nizam pickup vehicles have been supplied to district directors of education, And OT region at the time having 8 administrative districts and 8 constituencies. OT was supplied with 9 hospital ambulances. 9. Several PPEs in large volumes were supplied. Recently, hospital beds were also supplied to the various health facilities for the region. The ongoing health infrastructure consists of Chief's Compound with 2 semi-detached nurse quarters at Tapamanya, 6 unit nurses quarters. We have Chief's Compound with 2 semi-detached nurse quarters at Bugri and Nyase, and so on. We plan to have these projects also completed. A regional rejected, and then 4 district hospitals for the administrative districts that are without district hospitals. Now for the flagship policies. The Ghana School Feeding Program has been expanded in the Uchi region. 235 schools as beneficiaries, and as many as 76,896 students included under the scheme. Since 2017, 85 schools have been added to the list. And we need to mention that third-year final students under the free senior high school program were served with 1 hot meal a day during Similarly, a third, the JHS, who were called to school to revise for their BCE exams, were also served with 1 hot meal under the Ghana School Feeding Program this year, which is an innovation under the system. Now, if we look at the introduction and implementation of the senior high school, we have 26 of such schools in Uti region, of which are running the single track program. Between 2012 and 2016, the all senior high school schools in the Uti region numbered 8,815. High school program in 2017. Total student enrollment by 2020 has increased to 22,000, a percentage increase of 160. So you can see the enormous achievement that has been within this short period. Under the scheme, the flagship policies, 1 cassava yam processing factory, 1 district warehouse, all at Chenderi. Then we have a sports stadium, a regional sports stadium. And then we have also 1 solid waste treatment plant. All were sent to by the place there. The National Builder Score, we have altogether 890. Nurses training allowance has been restored in the region. Teachers training allowance has been restored. Planting for food, we have 1,975 males, 2,419 females. Planting for food, seedlings of cashew, coconut, oil palm have been supplied, and we have about 2,000. We have also railing for food, and jobs. We have to some farmers, and we have also benefited from the free supply of. At the regional level, we have also benefited from the ongoing construction of administration block, which is 45% complete, staff bungalows. We have also office complexes being built, one for the Agric Directorate, feeder roads at Kitikrachi, health, and education at Dasikai. These projects are all ongoing. Now, regarding the various constitutional bodies, OT region has OT Regional House of Chiefs. The chiefs have had their inaugural. They have elected their leadership, who also participated in the election of the national leadership. And so the regional house is in place. Representatives from this regional house are going to be to the various constitutional committees like the Lands Commission, like the Police Council, like the which is the Land Use Special Planning, and so on and so forth. We believe that within a short while, the chiefs nominate the representatives, and so on and so forth. The COVID thing has been very successful, and I can only mention in passing that it's a reflection of the effective and demonstrably successful management of the pandemic under the leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We have zero tolerance in the region, and RESEC is working very hard to make sure that breaches of peace, which are normally as a result of land disputes, chieftaincy disputes, and so on and so forth, are nipped in the bud. And we believe that within a very short while, there will be a very solid law and order established in the region so that development can take place as quickly as possible. This is what has been achieved since the creation of. It's been a dramatic thing because the main reason why the region was being created as a result of the agitation was that the place has been neglected. The description that I've given, I'm quite sure that you all agree with me that a lot has taken place and the people's wishes have been satisfied. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And please, honorables, kindly take note that so those of us who are coming from now on, please maintain 15 minutes presentation. 15. Thank you very much. So without much ado, let's welcome Honorable Solomon Namlate. 15 minutes, say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Distinguished colleagues, good morning to everyone. For us in the Northeast region, the development is just like a movie to the naysayers. A lot of activities in terms of is taking place. Very happy that His Excellency the President of the Republic did well by giving us as a country, as the midwife who facilitated the creation of the regions. I'm talking of the and Boche. Our in putting the region together, and the presentation I'm going to make will take this form. We'll be looking at the brief of this region, the administrative structure, the traditional system, achievements in terms of the agric, health, education, water, roads, and then we'll also look at the local economy. In terms of the brief profile of the region has 6 administrative districts, namely East Mamprusi Municipality, the West Mamprusi Municipality, Bunkrugu Nakpandu District, and the Cherponi District. The 2020 projected population is 607,024, with more female 0.4% and 49.6% males. For the Northeast region, and for want of time, I'll just go straight to the administrative structure. As we speak, all stretching from the Ghana Health Service, the Ghana Highway Authority, Department of Feeder Roads, the Environmental Protection Agency, Forestry Commission, Ghana National Fire Service, Regional Police Command, the Ghana Immigration Service, the National Commission for Civic Education, Environmental Health and Sanitation, BEFs and DEFs, the Bureau of National Investigation, the Electoral Commission, Community Water and Sanitation Agency, Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, since the inauguration of the Regional Coordinating Council and the subsequent award of contract, projects are at various levels of completion. One, we have the construction of a 3-story Regional Coordinating Council complex at Nalegu, a 3-number staff bungalow for the Regional Coordinating Council, you can see in the pictures, a 2-story administration block for the Ghana Health Service at Gambaga, staff bungalows for Ghana Health Service at Gambaga, 2-story administration block for the Ghana Education Service, staff bungalows for the Ghana Education Service at Walwali, 3-story administration blocks for Moduri District, 2 staff bungalows for the Department of Food and Agric, Mamprugu Moduri District, and 2-story administrative blocks for the Department of Feeder at Bunkrugu, and then we also have East accompanying staff bungalows for the same department. So, as you can see, we have the Regional Coordinating Council block, which is, well, I don't want to say that we are competing with Western North, but I'm not too sure whether they will get their keys first before us. Those attached to it, then the ongoing, you can see, is progressing very well with East senior staff bungalows. We have the construction of a 1-story office for then construction of 2 number 3 bungalow with boys' quarters for regional director. Progressing very, very well. A great office complex and staff bungalows in Yagba, that's with East Bungalows. We have also started the construction of a one-story office accommodation for the National Youth Employment Authority regional office at Nalegu, the regional capital. We're on very well in the various districts, and there is, you can see the figures will start flowing. Let's again the traditional system. You agree with me that the role of the traditional authorities in the governance of of this fact, government set out to establish regional houses of chiefs in the new regional program for the inauguration of the House of Chiefs was performed by His Excellency the Republic, and the sword cutting for the office complex also took place. Next slide, let's go to, this is the pictorial view of how the office will look like when it is completed. And then you see it's a very beautiful edifice that our chiefs are so proud of. Let's look at justice and security. Security is certainly a prerequisite for the development of any society. Hence, the Northeast Regional Security Council has been holding its mandatory monthly meetings to ensure that the region is calm. And as a result, peace has returned to Sheponi and Bunkrugu. There has been a reduction in the spate of armed robbery in the region. Efforts are also being made to put up police security posts across the region. In the interim, I must say that a private structure has been hired to accommodate the regional police command in Nalergo. Let's go there. Yes, this is the structure. Then we have, at the district and municipal levels, various structures that are springing up for the security forces. And as part of the good governance initiative, the justice system in the region is being strengthened with the construction of a district court in Gambaga, Sheponi, Bunkrugu, and Walwali. A high court with 5-bedroom star bungalow for the high court judge in Nalergu is also under construction. So you see the various pictures where the construction is progressing steadily. Let's go to Agric. Ladies and gentlemen, the region is basically agrarian with a total land size of 10,484 kilometers square. However, about 27% is under cultivation. The construction of the Polgu multipurpose dam, an irrigation project which is expected to provide a 24,000 hectares of irrigable land for all year-round farming, is in progress. The sword cutting for the Polgu multipurpose dam was done by no less a person than His Excellency the President. And I must say that it is about the largest investment that the Northern Ghana has witnessed since independence. About $1 billion of investment that will provide the agri sector a lot of effort to ensure that the food basket that we've always talked of, that the Northeast is realized. And it will also go a long way to really push away this issue of the perennial flooding that takes place every year. That is not something that we always want to talk about. So the agri sector, the region is also benefiting from the following programs which has enormously eased the poverty and hardship levels of the people. The planting for food and jobs, 172.8 metric tons of fertilizer have been distributed to farmers in the region. And a total of 234,707 farmers benefited from this, with 45,767 being women or females and 188,900, a total of 47,348 hectares of land under construction. Under the railing for food and jobs, 2,000 beds were distributed to 200 farmers in Sherponi, Bunkrugu, East Mamprusi, Mamprugu Maduri, and the West Mamprusi. A total number of 3,591, that is 1,660 males and 1,931 females, beneficiaries have been employed. That is 46% are males and 54% being females. Under the flagship program still, we look at the one district, one warehouse. I must say that the region has not been left out of this. So far, as you can see, three warehouses have been completed and are at the following locations. We have Mamprugu Maduri, we have the East and West Mamprusi municipalities, and one is 90% complete in the Bunkrugu Nakwanduri district. Let's go to one district, one factory. 3 factories are currently ongoing in the region. One is a shea butter processing factory in Gbemsi in the West Mamprusi municipality. It's completed and very soon it will take off, and we hope that it will provide a lot of jobs. We also have the watermelon factory in Lori in the West Mamprusi municipal, which is also 80% complete. Under the Productive Safety Net project, let me just throw a little light on the Productive Safety Network, even though there isn't enough time. The region is benefiting from the Ghana Productive Safety Net Work project, which is a setup to provide the government that has been set up to support the government to strengthen safety net systems that improves the productivity of the poor. The Ghana Productive Safety Net project is being funded by the International Development Association of the World Bank to the tune of $60 million, 23 million by the UK Department of International Development and 140 million by the government of Ghana. Besides the 24 sub-projects being implemented in 2020, 4 additional sub-projects made up of 1 feeder road and 3 small earth dams and duck house are being implemented in the following districts: Yinyo, Naswan, and Bunkrugu, Nakwanduri. A lot of jobs have been provided under this, especially the female side who are really benefiting from this aspect. We look at the health sector. The health sector has witnessed a massive transformation following the creation of the Northeast region. These are in infrastructure, logistics, and human resource. The following logistics were received between 2017 and 2020. A total of 6 brand new pickups to all district health administrators was received. We also received 3 new incubators for Walwali Hospital, 7 new ambulances to all the constituencies, 100-bed capacity hospital at Lori near Walwali in the West Mamprusi municipality is also currently under construction. Please, let's get to the pictures. Yes, so as you will see, some of these are CHIPS compounds, and you will get to realize that it is all over the various districts in the region. We're also happy to announce that apart from the construction of the district hospital in Walwali, which is just an annexus of the current hospital that is already existing, the Nalergu as a region as a regional capital is benefiting from a new regional hospital. We have 4 districts which are also benefiting from the 111 district hospitals that His Excellency the President has always talked about. We have the Yinyo Naso, the Sheponi, Bunkrugu Nakwanduri, and Mamprugu Moduri have also been allocated the district. Under health, we go to the zip line. The zip line is a game changer in the region. If you want to know the importance of the zip line, just take a phone and call one Dr. Isabella of the Baptist Medical Center who needed to save a life at midnight, a woman who was almost bleeding to death and needed blood. And within 25 minutes, the drone services was at play and they brought the blood, and I can tell you that it's something that is so amazing. The National Health Insurance Office is also ongoing. We'll go to the education sector. The education sector, we have in the various districts, I can tell you, we have so much ongoing there. Massive infrastructure development, stretching from Bunkrugu, please, you can continue, Walwali, Gambaga, Nalergo, Cheponi, and what have you. The Modern Senior High Secondary School is a beauty to watch, which is in Kwasinkwe at various levels of completion, as you can see the various pictures here. Then we'll go to the water and sanitation sector. The water and sanitation sector is another area that so much is ongoing. When you go to the road sector, under the feeder roads, you go to Bunkrugu as we speak, a road that since independence, a lot of pregnant women used to die on this road, is really progressing very well. You can see, Philip, you can continue. The various pictures are there. Under the Department of Feeder Roads, it is the same in the various districts. Very massive work ongoing. So if you go to Nalergo and they tell you that it is not any other person but Honorable Haji Alima who is winning, it shouldn't surprise you. If you go to all the districts and they tell you that all the parliamentary candidates under the ruling government are winning, it shouldn't surprise you because of the massive work that is ongoing there. And to cap it all, it is 4 more years to do more for the country. We know of one party that is really doing very well in this country, and for that matter, the Northeast region. It's not any other party than the New Patriotic Party, and I can assure you that the chiefs and people of the area are ready to give His Excellency Nana Adonko Akufo-Addo and his parliamentary candidates 75% of the votes. We can only wait to see what will happen on the 7th of December. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone for this opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Next is Honorable Samuel Yeyutika, representing the Savannah Regional Minister. I've seen him summarizing his presentation already, so I'm sure he's going to stay within time. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Madam MC, and good afternoon to everyone. Mr. Chairman, the Minister for Information, the Minister for Regional Reorganization, and all protocols observed. I must confess that it's a very difficult task, because if you are prepared your presentation and you come and you have to do some shifting, it's not going to be easy, but we'll manage to just go straight to the point, and then we'll get to the things that Nana has done for our people. Now I want to just look at the 7 administrative districts that we have in the Savannah region. We have the Bole District Assembly, we have the Solatuna Kalba District Assembly, we have the West Gonja Municipality, which actually is an achievement because it was just this year, or was it last year, it was created. We have the North Gonja District Assembly, we have the Central Gonja District Assembly, we have the East Gonja Municipal Assembly, and we also have the newly created Northeast District Assembly. It was created just last year. So that's one of the biggest achievements of this government under the able leadership of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Now, I want to look at the economy of the region, and we're beginning with tourism. Tourism, because we all are aware that in Ghana, if you are talking about ecotourism, then if you don't mention the Mullin Game Reserve, you have not said anything. And so I want to begin with tourism, and it's also because of the fact that the new region is throwing a lot of emphasis on the tourism industry in the area, because we know there is going to be a game changer. With the advent of the creation of the region, the Regional Office of Tourism has also been created, and they are doing very well in making sure that it impacts positively on the tourism development in the region. The region abounds in very rich ecotourism potentials, one of which I just mentioned, the Mullin National Park, which is the largest national park in Ghana and provides the best wildlife experience. This was the first national park to be established in Ghana. It covers an area of 4,912 square kilometers. It is home to 93 mammalian species, 33 reptiles, 9 amphibians, and an estimated 300 bird species. The mammals include some 600 antelopes or elephants, 600 elephants, 2,000 roam antelopes, 3,000 bits, 4,000 waterbucks, 5,000 buffalo, and some 6,000 warthogs. Numerous lions, leopards, hyenas, and various primates can also be seen at Mullin. A total of 600 kilometers of game protection and viewing roads have been developed within the park. Mullin Motel, which overlooks an elephant bath, offers overnight accommodation and restaurant facilities there. Also available is Zena Lodge, a newly established lodge, which provides a first-class hotel facility. Additionally, composite facilities have the Ladbanga Mystery Stone. This stone that you are seeing here is actually mysterious. When they uproot it, throw it anywhere, the following day you go and you see it still standing. When they were doing the full solar road and the contractors uprooted it, the following day they went there, it was there. And so we are preserving it and making sure that it fetches money for the region under Nana Akufo-Addo. We are looking at agriculture now. We have a very vast land. If you are talking about land mass in Ghana, Savannah region is the one that has the largest land mass and is so fertile to many crops, and also very good for fisheries and aquaculture development. It's also good for poultry production and all kinds of crops that you can think about. Now let's look at planting for food and jobs, and one of the flagship programs that the president actually started. The Planting for Food and Jobs, a government flagship program that actually is ensuring food security, increasing employment opportunities, supply raw materials for industry, and increased agriculture exports. The Savannah region, took delivery of 430.325 metric tons of various improved certified seed and 99,400 bags subsidized fertilizers. And out of the 430.325 metric tons of seeds received, 426.325 were distributed to farmers, and the farmers are doing well on their fields with this. These fertilizers and seeds were distributed to 43,285 farmers, comprising 27,576 males and 6,708 female, who cultivated a total of 11,030.57 hectares of land. The region has over 30 dams as a result of One Village, One Dam program that this government established. Each of the 7 MDAs has at least one warehouse as a result of 1D1 warehouse programs. You can see the dam at Larbanga, Jeramope, and also one factory at Bupe shown in the pictures. We also have a private developer into agriculture, Babato Farming Company. The company is operating a commercial farm located at Babato in the Bole district of Savannah region. Babato Farm has 5,740 hectares irrigated land with a committed investment of $6.9 million. The company is expected to create 170 direct jobs, 50 of them reserved for women. The company will create 16,000 smallholder farmers who will be linked to the markets. The Nanado government is seriously partnering with this farming company to ensure that we do a lot of commercial farming that will employ a lot of people, and also let the people know that farming is very important. The pictures showing the people, the workers or the officers there, plus my regional minister. Let's skip this mineral and hydrocarbon exploration. But let me just state that Savannah region is a producer of cements, and we have already started producing the diamond cement. So when you see the diamond cement on the market, it's coming from the Savannah region, which we are developing very, very fast. The National Board for Small-Scale Industries is now very, very active and an attractive organization under the leadership of Nana Adudankwa Ikufu-Addo, because they are doing a lot of things, and with the advent or with the coming of the COVID-19 that every country in the world is struggling with, they are helping the government to ensure that businesses and industries are affected positively. They are actually energized or re-energized to continue with their businesses. So the impact of COVID-19 on business and industry, especially the small and micro businesses in the rural and urban poor, has been very devastating. Of course, as part of government's relief support, COVID-19 relief package was instituted. And in our region, 3,883 people have so far benefited from the support scheme. The total amount disbursed stands at 3,664,040 cedis. These monies have continued to support businesses to rejuvenate and new businesses to also start, so that we will get out of this positively. 250 youth has also had their capacity built in entrepreneurship and financial literacy. This has helped them to improve upon their financial records. Also, under the MasterCard Foundation, the 30 graduates of apprentices were supported with startup equipment to provide the decent jobs. 35 entrepreneurs were supported with agro-processing equipment through the Rural Enterprises Program. This includes baking and confectionery, cassava processing, soup making, etc. one business resource center has been established in the Damango, the regional capital, and is currently in operation. 2 others are being established in Salga and Bupe. The BRECs are to provide one-stop shop for business activities and are part of government industrialization drive. 3-1D-1F under the Enabling Youth Program are currently under construction in Damango, Salga, and Bole. 180 youth were recruited as direct jobs to work on the various departments of the factories. A number of indirect jobs will be created when the factories are operating. We're looking at infrastructure, road infrastructure now. A lot of roads are being done now under the highways, Ghana Highways Authority, and Department of Feeder Roads, Department of Urban Roads, and we have in the region roads that are being rehabilitated, roads that are being maintained, and roads that are being upgraded. We also have the 3 critical roads, sometimes we call them 4, ongoing in the region. Critical roads in the region now are 4 that are ongoing. We have those that are under rehabilitation, 4, that's Ghana Highways Authority, and 2 under Department of Urban Roads. Those that are being resealed and partially reconstructed are also 4 under Ghana Highways Authority and 2 under Department of Urban Roads. Those that are being upgraded are 2 under Ghana Highways Authority and 2 under Department of Urban Roads. Let me go to the critical roads, because these statistics everybody can see. The 3 critical roads include the construction of the Bunjai Fufusu Road, which will connect the eastern part of our region, that is Salga South and Salga North part of the region, to the western part of the region, and of course connecting the southern part, the eastern part, to the western and northern part of the region, connecting Salga South and Salga North to the regional capital, which is Damango, is seriously under construction now. We also have the upgrading of the Daboya Mankarugu Road. This road is very vital because it also connects the regional capital and the western, southern part and the eastern part of the region to the northwestern part. That's through Yabokobore to the upper east region to Burkina Faso. So I call it the Western Corridor Road, because if this road is completed, big cars and economic vehicles will not pass through the northern region through Bolga again. When they are going to Burkina Faso or wherever, they cut through Daboya and they go. They will pass through Yabakobore in the northeast region to Upper East, and they go to Burkina Faso. Very, 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 very important road. We also have the Salga Kumdipi Pandai Road. This one is linking our region to the Eastern Corridor Road, and it impacts a lot because it connects to the Yendi side of the road. You can pass even there to the northeast region, and there you go to Bolga. You can also pass there through the Oti region, then to the, I think, through Volta region, and you are in Accra. Very, very important road. So these roads were specially selected to help facilitate the development of the new region that Nanado has given to the people. We also have a lot of roads being rehabilitated. We have the Bole Township Road. Let me start with the Salga Township Road, which is 7 kilometers, phase 2. We also have phase 1 is 7 kilometers, phase 2 is 7.85 kilometers. So if you go to Salga now, you see the work ongoing, and everybody knows that with other things that we have given them, the water project we have given to the Salga people, my minister has already won his seat. People are so happy about this. We also have the resealing and partial reconstruction of the Bole Township roads. That's 5 kilometers. We have the upgrading of the Bole Township road, spot improvement of Bole Sonyo road, which is also 7 kilometers. Let me just rush through education, then we'll end there. If you look at education, you have a lot of school infrastructure ongoing. We have the ultra-modern dormitory and 3-unit classroom block at Salga Senior High School. We have the construction of 1-story 12-unit classroom block at Tuna Senior High School and construction of 1-story 12-unit classroom block at Sola Vocational Girls Secondary School. A lot of educational infrastructure and logistics have been given to all the district assemblies, all of them, to facilitate their work. I want to thank all of you for doing the listening, and I believe that with the creation of the new regions, particularly the Savannah region, the lives of the people has changed already. The life of the people has changed already. And I believe that there will continue to be an impact being made on the lives of the people. And the people of Savannah region will never and can never forget about the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And we are all calling for 4 more for Nana from the Savannah region. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Samuel Yeyutika, Deputy Minister, Savannah Region. He spoke on behalf of his regional minister. Please give me another round of applause. It is now my honor to invite Honorable Evans Opoku Bobie of the Ahafo Region. And Honorable is going to work within 15 minutes. Thank you. Please welcome him.
I'll do just that, okay? Thank you very much, colleague ministers, chief directors, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy to stand before you this afternoon to make this presentation on behalf of the good people of Ahafo and on my own behalf. As you are aware, the Ahafo region is one of the 6 regions created by His Excellency the President. The region has an estimated population of 599,536. Males are 298,569, representing 49.80%. And then females are 300,967, representing 50.2%. As you are aware, one of the purposes of creating the regions by His Excellency the President was to bring governance and services to the doorsteps of the people. To achieve this, a number of projects and programs have been initiated in the Ahafo region. Give me the regional projects. Yeah, these are the regional projects currently going on in Ahafo region. Yeah, these are the 3-number senior staff bungalows at Goso for agric directorates. Yeah. And that is a 3-story building at the treating block. That's the RCC complex. at Goso. Next. And then 3 senior staff bungalows for Agric Directorate, also at Goso. 2-story administration block for Department of, that's agriculture. Then that is the senior staff bungalow for, the administration, Bichim Education Directorate. These are the senior staff bungalows, Bichim, and their boys' cottages. And then that is the regional Health Directorate at Fidium. Next one. And then the Feeder Rules Directorate at Kukum under construction. Then that is the senior staff bungalows for Feeder Rules Regional Director and his deputy. Those. And now move on to the education in the region. And under Free Senior High School, as at 2016, the enrollment in the region stood at 7,831. And then 2020, it has moved to 23,465, thanks to the senior high school policy initiated by the President. The enrollment figure in the region has increased to 49.80%. Then educational infrastructure for all the levels, as you can see, basic, senior high, tertiary. The number of infrastructure initiated in the region at the basic 88, 49 completed, 39 ongoing. At the senior high level, we have 33 projects initiated by His Excellency the President, 11 completed, 22 ongoing. At the tertiary level too, we have 12 initiated, 4 completed, 8 ongoing. Next. And these are evidence of all the projects that have been completed. We have 3-unit classroom block completed at Ampinkro, the ongoing classroom block completed at Ampinkro, the ongoing is there. We have 6-unit classroom block at Ntotroso, and then we have 6-unit classroom block at Kukum, Presby Primary. The next one, 2-story building at Yamfu Senior High completed and is in use now. Then we have guest dormitory at Mem Senior High. That has also been completed and is used now. Then 6-unit classroom block at Half-Mine Senior High, Goso. Then we have 2-story, 12-unit classroom block at Mem Senior High. Teachers' quarters at Brunei Chrome also completed. Then 12-unit dormitory block, boys dormitory at Fidium Senior High completed. Then 12-unit dormitory block for boys at Achensua Senior High also completed. The 6-unit teachers' quarters at Achensua Senior High also ongoing. Still under education, the region has also benefited a lot from school feeding program. As of 2016, we had only 73 schools under school feeding program. As of 2020, it has moved to 161. And the percentage increase is 69.2%. The 161, 31,408 pupils are benefiting. So the percentage increase for the school is 69.2, and the percentage increase for the school is also 120.5%. Then logistical support to the educational sector and the region. So far, 52 number motorbikes have been provided for effective supervision in the region. Then 6 number pickups have also been provided to district directors of education, and 1 Land Cruiser for the regional director of education. And assorted PPEs have also been provided for all schools in the region. Now, agriculture. As you are aware, Planting for Food and Jobs was launched in my region at Goso by His Excellency the President. And since then, we have benefited a lot. The figures you see under input supply for 2017, all the figures have been provided under NPK, urea, ammonia, maize, rice, and organic fertilizer. Then 2020, the figures are also there. These are the pictures of some of the fertilizers supplied. The tractors that were procured to assist farmers to engage in mechanized farming are also there as an evidence. Then, under Planting for Export and Rural Development, coconut seedlings have been nursed and supplied to farmers. The rice farm at Tanoso is also there. Then Planting for Export and Rural Development. So far, 474,987 seedlings, including cashew, coconut, coffee, oil palm, cocoa, have been nursed and supplied to 5,415 farmers. These are evidence of what we are saying. And then under Planting for Food and Jobs, we have the production figures to next. Yeah. As of 2016, in the region, we had a total production of maize in terms of metric ton, 45,676.43. But if you go to 2020, it has moved to 144,700.71 metric tons. Percentage increase is 216.79%. And that is a very remarkable success, thanks to Planting for Food and Jobs by His Excellency the President. Maize is also there, 16,574 as of 2016. Then it has moved to 25,582.68 metric tons as at 2020. Percentage increase 55.03%. And the health. The health facilities that have been provided under the various health provided in the region, CHIP compound, wards, nurse quarters, dormitories, hostels, classroom block, CHIP, child welfare, weighing centers, and all that. So, as you can see, the number of projects that were initiated under these categories, and those that have been completed, and those that are ongoing. So these are the pictorial evidence. 4-unit doctors residential accommodation block at Kenyasi that has been completed. And then we have a general ward at the Kenyasi Health Center. Now it has been upgraded to a district hospital. And the people of Kenyasi say a big thanks to His Excellency the President. Then we have 2-story male hostel facility at St. John's God of College of Health, Duyankwanta. That is also a female hostel facility at the same College of Health. Now, under COVID, the region recorded a total case of 527. It made a recovery and discharge of 512, 15 deaths, 10 males, 5 females. As of today, the region has an active case of 0. There's no COVID case in the Hartford region as I stand before you. The water and sanitation. A number of boreholes have been sunk. 106 boreholes have been sunk, and then 70 have been mechanized. 17 refuge dams have also been evacuated. And then refuge recycle plant at Akrodie by Mrs. Zoom Lion Company Limited. So far, feasibility studies have been completed. Site acquisition has also been completed. Site clearance has been done. Plant and equipment to be mounted. Then I move on to local economic development. There are a number of special initiatives that has been initiated in the region. Under market facilities, we have 4 markets have been completed. Then 2 irrigation facilities have also been completed. Then business resource centers, 3 have been completed. And they are located at Goso, Bechim, and Dua and Kwanta. These are some of the evidence. Support to persons with disability. You know, when the president took over power, he increased the percentage that goes to the disability, persons with disability, to 3%. And then, so in the Ahafo region, a total number of beneficiaries are 1,830. 966 are males and 864 are females. So the region is also taking care of persons with disability. We do not want to let anybody out of our going forward in terms of development. Then the ongoing roads projects in the region. The upgrading of Akrodie Sareso. This is one of the critical roads and work in progress. Formation of road and laying of sub-base are taking place. Then we have surfacing of Tepa to Boma, 7.2 kilometers. Concrete works ongoing, and trap drains are also ongoing. Then upgrading of Atronie to Mem Road, work in progress, laying of sub-base and base is also ongoing. Then upgrading of Bidiakon to Kasapin to Cam 15 Road. Work is in progress, forming of road and concrete works ongoing. Then upgrading of Dobeko to Sankore, the almighty Nobeko to Sankore. Then work is in progress, formation of road and earthworks ongoing. We have the pictures, they will come later. Those ones are under highway. Now we have urban roads too in the region. Tetre, town roads, and Tetre Adroba, work in progress. Construction of Tepa Junction to Goso, work in progress. Then upgrading of Hwidiam to Kenya Sea Road, 8.5 kilometers. Hwidiam town roads, 5.3 kilometers. Kenya Sea town roads, 3 kilometers. Work in progress. And we have a number of feeder roads also in the region that are under construction. In Tonso, Amedu Krumu Kwanta Tetekwa, these are under Cocoa Road, Cocoa Board funded roads. In Tonso, Amedu Kwanta Tetekwa, work in progress. I am Jesse Krum to Kofi, completed clearing works, construction of 24 culverts, undertaking drainage works, and that is under 10%. Adroba Subriso, Mankra Road, that is also ongoing. And then upgrading of selected roads in Bechem Town roads, Kosu, Hole, and Mansin school roads. These are that's the construction of 11 kilometers Nobeko to Sankore. Yeah, as you can see. Next one. Okay, then the security, under security. The voters registration exercise was successfully completed in Ahafo region for the first time without any major security challenges. even though there were few skirmishes at Hwidium and at Chirensua, which were effectively handled by the security agencies. Yeah, RESEC has put in place measures to curtail any vigilantism that may rise in the region before, during, and after the general elections. The IGP recently was on a tour of the region and has also assessed the security and policing situation of the region, and is also taking care of strategies to ensure peaceful elections in the Ahafo region. RESEC is continuously monitoring the security situation to ensure peace before, during, and after the election. End of presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please, another round of applause for him. And finally, the final presentation for today will be done by Honorable Kofi Amwakohene of the Bono East region. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Madam. My colleague ministers, deputy ministers, directors, the media, the nchia kese pa Bono East. Ebre hunyina na yede aseda nso efiri nana noma beya Bono East edema omampanyini nana osi ade yo adodankwa tachima ya himfie ene yeto ne sadi here. We have a lot of similarities with the presentation made so far, so I'm going to run you through what I have here so that we don't waste so much of time. Bono East was also part of the 6 regions that was created, and indeed we have benefited most than all the 6 because we have a lot of projects also to showcase, and I would beckon on you to run us through the project so that we do the pictorials and make progress. This is some of the infrastructures. For your information, the update was on 3 months ago when we took these pictures, and then work has gone far from what you are seeing here because of time. And then we are also benefiting from all the decentralized projects for the region. We have the RCC building, and then we have the decentralized offices. We were benefited for the cars. On the day that the region was inaugurated, President gave us car to kickstart right away, and indeed we have done so. Can we move on? And then this is on his store, where we cut sod for the construction of recycling facility that is going to take care of the capital city, that is Tachimai municipality. And then this is one of the major ethanol processing factory sited in Amantin, and there is one also at Prime. In fact, if they are not the first 2 largest factories, I believe they will not be counted out of the first 3 or 4 in the nation. And this is a warehouse. We've benefited out of the 11 municipal and then district assemblies. We've benefited out of 6 region municipalities. So we are also beneficiary to the warehousing. And then planting for food and jobs, and planting for export and rural development is also doing very well in my region because it's an agrarian. These are the pictorial evidence of the things that is happening there, same as many of the presentations that was done here. Let's move on. These are evidence of the cockerels that we have also started
initiating in the region. And then one constituency, one Embus lands were benefited. And then road infrastructure. We, as a region, also benefited from the 3 critical routes. And as indicated in the budget statement, Kwame Danso, Almighty Kwame Danso Road, that has been in the budget since almost independent. But for now, it's under construction, and up to kilometer 15 is well prepared. And these are some of the things that you see. And then we also selected Prime to Kintampo as one of the critical roads. Work is also progressively going on. And then we selected a link road that is going to link the region together. That is Atebebu, Abase, Fakwasi road to Nkransa, which since independent, in fact, it was even not true road, but now it's motorable, and I believe by the next 6 months into 1 year of the next government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, which everybody is saying 4 more years for Nana, that road should be seen tied. On energy, 159 communities has been beneficiary to the energy extension program, and I believe we are still counting. Let's move on. That is the evidence that you see. A lot of transformers and other things have been supplied in the region. We also benefited from the health pickups for monitoring for almost every assembly and the municipality. That is the day that we distributed them. And then education has also seen a lot of improvement in my region. That is our education director receiving a Prado for monitoring. And pickups have been distributed, and then school buses have also been distributed to the schools. Business Resource Center moved to the Victoria. We also benefited, and trust me, together with MBSSI, a lot of things are going on, and many of the youth have been given startup capitals, and now if people are not taking to the roads for armed robbery and other things, it means a lot of job has been done through the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And then on conclusion, the creation of the Bono East region has indeed presented us with the opportunity, equally as many of the presenters indicated here, and I believe that we have also benefited by the creation of the region. And I say thank you. May God bless you.
Please give him a bigger round of applause. He did less than 15 minutes. Thank you very much, Honorable Amwakunmi. With all these said and done, we'll have our dear Deputy Minister for Information, Honorable Pius Enam Hajide, to give us his concluding remarks and the vote of thanks. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Madam MC. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the story has been told. And I think that the gentlemen who are in front of us, ministers, may you kindly rise. You deserve a big round of applause. If you may rise for acknowledgement. Let us acknowledge these hard-working young men and young men in front of us who are leading in implementing His Excellency the President's vision. Take note that we have been told that the request for the creation of regions predated the births of most of us in this auditorium. As far back as 1954, we are told, people started requesting for these regions. And that what even the Queen of England could not do, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done. Take note also that we have been told that the President is implementing a different development paradigm, and that in his view, the siting of regional directorates should serve as the growth poles for the entire region. So that if you go to the OT region, for instance, the education directorate, and I am a son of 2 teachers. My father is a teacher, my mother is a teacher. So I know how important educational directorates have always been. In the OT region, for instance, the regional directorate of education is sited in Jasikan, within the Jasikan district. And so everybody who is going to work in the OT region within the education directorate will not stay in the regional capital. They have to rent accommodation, feed their families, and that will become the generation of development and growth within that area. For the education directorate is in the Jasikan district, correct, Honourable Minister? Then the Agric Directorate is in Nkwanta South. That will also seek to develop that area. And then the Health Directorate is in Wura, and Wura is in the Biakuye district of the OT region. And then the feeder roads, the Department for Feeder Road, is in Ketekrachi, in the Krachi West district. His Excellency the President is not only compassionate, he's not only competent, he in fact is also smart. A round of applause for His Excellency the President, even though he is not here with us. Some of us have argued that even the challenge of traffic going into some regional capitals, if you want to go to Agric, you want to go to health, all of us are moving into the same direction. Even the problem of traffic congestion will be solved by this smart and intelligent method that His Excellency the President is using. Again, we have been told that the same geographic space that used to be called the Volta region, the same geographic space, now has 2 regional hospitals instead of 1. So the Volta region as it is now composed, we have our own Volta Regional Hospital. And OT, which used to be part of the old Volta region, you also now have your regional hospital. So the same space has 2 regional hospitals now. Minister, correct? And mind you, the Volta Regional Hospital is now upgraded to a teaching hospital, and then the Hohoi Hospital is now our new regional hospital. This is again smart. When the President says that we are bringing development to the doorsteps of the people, this is what it is that we are talking about. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am convinced without a shadow of doubt that His Excellency the President is very justified in taking what Honorable Dambuche describes as the bold and visionary step of creating these 6 new regions. I think that we should give His Excellency the President another round of applause. I'd like to end by once again announcing and reiterating that we are specially inviting all of you to the CD Conference Center of the Department of Economics at the University of Ghana on Thursday, the 26th of this month, just the day after tomorrow. And you know what is going to happen? His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, will take his turn at the 12th edition of the Nation Building Updates. He will report to us on how far we have come within this short 4 years of the first term of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, and will justify the demand for an extension of mandate so that the people of Ghana can get 4 more years of the kind of development that we have been shown here today. So on that note, and on behalf of the Minister for Information, I want to once again thank our distinguished ministers, our distinguished chief directors and coordinating directors, our distinguished agency heads, and all of you who were here with us in the auditorium, and those of you who followed us on mass and traditional media. We want to thank you very much for spending time with us. We also want to thank our media partners for taking this program live. We are grateful for your continued assistance. Until we meet again on Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. with a time with His Excellency the Vice President. We are saying that we thank you very much. And remember that it is for more to do more for the people of Ghana. We thank you very much. Madam MC, over to you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. As he has said, we are grateful to our media partners, GTV, Joy News, City TV, Adam TV, TV3, Happy FM, ETV, Metro TV, GH1, MX24, Asasi Radio, Wuntumi TV, Oman FM, Net2 TV, Asempa FM, and Homebase TV. Also on the Facebook pages of Ministry of Information and the Information Services Department. Please remember that we are running a survey on our Facebook pages, so kindly participate in them. For those of us in this auditorium, the surveys will be sent to us via text messages on our phones. So kindly give us your comments, your opinions, and your responses. Thank you very much. We began in the name of God, and obviously we have to end in that same name. So I'll invite Moro Manan to lead us in a closing prayer. After the prayer, the Sepewa Agofoma will play us out, and then all the ministers will take a group photograph. Thank you very much. Moro.
Thank you very much. Shall we lift our hands in prayer? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka nasta'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Thank you, Moro Manan of the Ministry of Information. Now the ministers will take a group photograph up here. After that, we'll have Osei Kranchi and his Sepewa Agrofoma. Thank you all very much. Thank you so much, and God bless us all.
Stop wasting your time. Everyone has forgotten about me. Where they are taught to think constructively.
Me? No.
Oh, why? Do you think I would lie to you just like that?
Hey,